Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another Thursday. Welcome to Let's Intelliplay. Welcome to us being back, because we've been gone for a while, a couple weeks. Thanks everybody for sticking around and for dealing with my slight tardiness. I was working and needed to scoot home, and we had a little bit of traffic because that's what Portland does. And I also needed to stop for gas because my car was at the point where the needle is like right there at E, and I wasn't sure that if I tried to start my car again, it would actually start. Because I actually uh, I had to go and get gas with a gas can a couple weeks ago because I stopped my car and was like, "Oh yeah, I'll fill it up in the morning," and apparently the car was not down with that theory. So thanks everybody for showing up. K-Drama Kimmy and Black Bat, good to see both of you. It's yeah, and this is going to be a slightly abbreviated stream. We're running from 7 to 9 tonight, but you're right. You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss the first half, which is pretty cool. So I don't have too many crazy things to get into before we get started. If you have been keeping up with the Facebook and the occasional Twitter, you might have noticed that I've been working with a new platform. It's called Anchor.fm. It's essentially like a quick and dirty podcasting app, and it exists on mobile, and it's really awesome for folks who are looking to record audio content and share it quickly without having to go through all the pain and frustration of like setting up a full-on podcast and getting your mic and getting your sound levels and all that stuff. Anchor has been really smooth for me, and yeah, I hope you've been keeping up with some of the content there. You can go to anchor.fm/Let's Intelligame, and that'll take you to the channel. I don't know if there should be some content, some interview content live there right now. I should have updated my bot so you could have clicked a link for that too. But if you're into the content, it would help me a great deal if you download the Anchor app and then favorite the station, and then you'll get updates whenever I post. And daily, I've been going through and having little quick conversations about games, or use your words, Josh. Quick conversations about games. I've been hosting some interviews when I've gone and gone and done different things. So there were interviews at Game Devs of Color Expo. There were some interviews back at E3. I did a couple of them at Altcade last night, a little alt games curation that I run alongside Yuri Kovichko and Hannah Piper Burns. They were on the show a few weeks ago when we were streaming The Cat in the Hijab and Apology Simulator, that kind of stuff. So it's been real busy. Hey, P-Flan, good to see you. Glad you made it. So yeah, it's been pretty busy, but I think we may as well just go ahead and get into why we're all here, which is more LA Noire. So I'm going to totally admit that it's been so long since the last time. It's probably going to take me a second to remember what was happening. And I think that'll be okay. And I swear if we have those like log-on issues that we had last week, or not last week, but last time, again, I'm going to be upset. What does that mean? It's not like I'm going to be upset, and then Rockstar is going to be like, "Oh my gosh, a required update is available for LA Noire." Okay. That's fine. It's fast. It'll be okay. So, man, What do people have things they want to talk about in the chat? It's been hard for me to. I'll admit the past couple of days have been a little intense. Trying to deal with some of the games related news that's been coming out, as well as oh, thanks for that. I appreciate you grabbing the Anchor app, Ma. So the use your words, Josh. I'm sorry. I'm fried. I mean, I don't know if you can see it in my face. You can probably see it in my face. Between going out to LA a couple weeks ago and then New York last week, and then getting back and running a couple events today and yesterday, I've been going pretty hard, which is exciting, but there's still plenty of writing to do, and I am excited to find better ways to get some of that out. Thank you for the sympathy, Black Bat. Let's see. I should probably make it so you folks can see the game too. There we go. This looks like I shouldn't actually. I was gonna say. I was like, it looks like it's gonna. I'm not gonna jinx it. We're not gonna jinx it. But yeah, so it's been pretty busy, but it also has been really awesome. If I'm totally honest. Even just having the privilege and the ability to take these kinds of trips and like go down to LA and go out to New York, and I, like, big ups and thanks to my friend Kelsey, who I stayed with in LA, and to my uncle Kevin, who I stayed with in New York, because without you, those trips would not have been possible. So yeah, it has been really great. I've seen a lot of really awesome games, met a lot of really cool people, and it kind of reinvigorated my like drive to do this work. I think that there's still a lot of really interesting things to talk about, and I think that there are a lot of important situations to still handle, and I see increasingly a lot of outlets that are willing to talk about a lot of the, sort of surface level stuff. And I think that there's a lot to get excited about, just getting excited about new games and trying to find games that are interesting and exciting that folks aren't talking about. But I think that doing that at the expense of talking about some of the more serious issues and the more salient problems that are sitting around out there that have social impacts on people's lives is to do a disservice to ourselves and to the craft. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping that this becomes bigger than it is right now, but we're all just gonna have to see how that shakes out in the wash. And yeah, it is almost the weekend, which is pretty cool. Do you all have any interesting weekend plans? Let's see where we're at with Detective Racist Phelps. Man, Cole is not a good guy. Oh, I do remember that we are in the middle of a case that deals with sexual assault and probably rape. So if those are, I would go ahead and take some time off from this one if those are going to be problems. Oh, and I also forgot we did the black and white mod, or the black and white setting. So bed blanket potty repeat. Oh, that sounds fun.
I'm Detective Phelps. We received a call about a domestic disturbance in apartment 803.
Oh, the detectives. Listen, Mrs. Bishop's pretty upset. Take the elevator and then left down the corridor. It's the last door on the right.
All right, so guess we need to go see Miss Bishop. Trying to find an apartment in DC. I can't imagine that's going to be easy. When do you actually make the move over there? Whoops, this is not the elevator. Show me the elevator. There we go. I forgot and got excited all
Sounds like
over
we're about to
again.
make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
This is not my locker. All right, let's see if we can get a quick memory of where we are in the case right now. We've already gone to the crash site, and remember we saw that the car, there was when the case started, we saw a person putting a brick to weigh down the accelerator of a car, and the car went over a cliff and crashed. And it was right near the police station where we ended up coming back the next day. We came up and talked to a witness, a woman by the name of... Come on, you can do this. June Ballard. Yes. June Ballard is a Boo movie actress and a driver of a crashed Chevy Style Line. June is currently kind of the caretaker of Jessica Hamilton, who we saw in the hospital and seems to have been the victim of some pretty significant abuse. We have not met Mark Bishop yet, but it looks like we are on the case to meet both of them. Let's see. Looking for an August lease. Sister left her transit card to use while they're on vacation. Well, that's nice to give you some free travel. Well, free to you travel. No such thing as a free lunch. Well, hopefully you'll be able to find something good out there. This sounds bad. One of these should be... There we go.
LAPD, ma'am. Are you in danger?
I'm all right now. You just missed them. Horrible, awful men.
Are you injured, Mrs.
Bishop. Gloria Bishop.
Oh, they tore that place up.
Come in, officers. I'll just need to sit down for a moment. Forgive me.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am.
Just look at this mess.
We'll take a quick search of the premises, ma'am. You take a moment to gather your thoughts.
We'll take a...
I will. Thank you, officer.
Okay. So this is going to give us a chance to sort of... I can't remember if we started this part of the investigation already, but we'll get a chance to go through Bishop's house, apparently, and see... Oh, that's some damning music, so apparently there's something to find. Gay Cowboys to Mark Bishop with thanks from Silver Screen Props. I think that's probably the 1940s interpretation. And I wasn't around in the 1940s, but I think that's a little different than what we might write it up as today.
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
Whoa. And that is from Mark Bishop, written to Lorna. I don't know who that is. Probably nothing. Oh, you're not gonna say it? Fine. Whatever. Alright.
It'll take a smarter man than me to connect that.
There's a ring.
I doubt it.
Okay. It's your business, not mine.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Nope.
Doesn't appear to be connected.
So wait, you just gave me an entire tableau of 3 things to access and none of them are useful. Like that's what I mean by, I guess, ineffective design. Like, why have me investigate that entire space just to be like, there's nothing here? Am I glitched? There we go. Okay. Oh, no need to do work. I've talked to a couple friends in the area and just trying to get as many opinions as possible. Oh, okay. No, probably nothing here.
Doesn't look like anything.
It does seem like I wanted to try and check out DC, I had a friend who was in Jersey, and I didn't realize how far New York was from everything else. New York is huge, by the way. I was blown away when like somebody said, "Oh, well, I'm doing this thing in Brooklyn," and I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm over here. That's fine, no big deal." And then I would get on the train and be like, "Oh, actually, this is a bigger deal than I anticipated," and I apologize, because I am gonna be late. But the nice thing about
Optimistic, Cole.
New York is that it's really well connected via transit.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Not gonna put it in your pocket, Cole. Not gonna walk off with some cold hard cash, something like that. Yeah, see. All right, looks like we found something.
Set downtown.
That doesn't really look like a cowboy movie. I don't know. Oh, here we go.
Great Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica.
Intolerance. Love's Struggle Through the Ages by D.W. Griffith. I'm guessing we're going to end up at that movie scene. That looks useless, and so does that. So how have things been otherwise, folks? Have there been things that you've been excited about this week? Has something happened that's kind of stressed you out? Well, I'd be a happy cowboy living in a mansion like that. Yeah, I think that's fair, especially somebody dropping $20,000 checks. I'd be pretty happy with $20,000. Really? A wooden fork, a wooden fork and a wooden spoon. Why am I even looking at this? Shame on me for buying in. I just wish that they would stop giving me the little ding noise. Like, don't lead me to believe that I should be using my time here for something, when evidently there's nothing worth checking out. Alright, so we'll investigate in here. And I mean, it's interesting that they bothered to model all of these different items and gave us the opportunity to look at them and turn them around and whatnot. It's just not... It doesn't push the game forward. It's been really interesting actually talking about... Oh, there it is.
Hollywood's own little piece of Babylon.
It's been interesting talking about the game and playing through it with people, because they're like, oh, the game, they're like, oh, LA Noire, I've never played it, what do you think? And I'm just like, well, you play as this kind of shitty, racist 1940s cop in a shitty, racist 1940s police organization, and also chauvinist, don't forget about that. And it is
A mermaid in the background. Silver screen. Who are these men in the picture?
I don't know.
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Looks like we got a new location, fam. But yeah, so I'll talk about it and I'll just be like, yeah, it's kind of a shitty situation and you're playing as a shitty character in a shitty LA, and especially to play a game like this after, the conversations that we've had have been germane to recent incidents. And so, oh yes, and yeah, let's not forget the homophobia to throw on there too. And, at the same, so people are like, oh, I didn't realize, I guess I won't play it. And I'm like, well, that's not it though. Like, you're being put in these shitty situations and you're being a shitty person, but it still feels like a good game, if that sounds weird. Because we're going through and like observing sort of the like rise and hopefully fall of this character and their story arc. And I guess it feels akin to watching House of Cards, where it's just like, this is a really shitty character,
No.
but there's still
Why should
something
I?
to
June
gain
Ballard
from
is
it.
married to Guy McCaffrey. Have you heard
Or at
of
least
her?
there were the first couple of seasons.
That slut. She's
Well,
been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McCaffrey alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
oh, did you see that look away real quick? See, because she's like awful snide about it. That's a little bit too much motion. Because every time somebody says something that's true, they just like look at you. But I think we're on some nonsense. I'm gonna check. Let's check our cues. We want to. Let's see. Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. You should tell us what you know. My husband is a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in business. So yeah, I don't believe that. The question is there information in our notebook? Do we have evidence that we should be using? I don't see anything in here that like outright proves. Made out to Lorna Hopgood. That's not her, right? Yeah, that's Mrs. Bishop. Yeah, so I don't think we've got anything here that specifically says that she's involved, but I'm not willing to walk away from this one.
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We
Oh.
were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
And so it begins. All right, so it looks like we've got time to threaten violence. Yeah, not yet. You have to give it a couple tries first, or wait until she's a black man. Let's see. Whereabouts
Where
at
can we
Bishop?
find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Now, see, that looks like a truth, because it's just like, whoops, it's just like dead on.
Either we find him or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop. If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him,
There we go.
but I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble.
1940 is 2017. Same thing. Yep. Yep. It is. It was interesting being in New York City because I've never seen NYPD in person before. Now, given I can't make I'm not saying that any one officer is identical to another, but I went to a friend with a concert, or I went to a friend with a concert of mine. I went to a concert with a friend of mine, and when the concert got out, it was at a park, and there was just like whole squad of NYPD just sitting outside, and it was in Brooklyn, in like a fairly gentrified part of Brooklyn. So as it was probably the whitest part of New York that I saw. Like I was really.
Get on with this, please.
Why do people always interrupt my discussions? So it was probably the whitest part of New York that I saw, because I did spend time in like Chinatown and in Manhattan and spaces that were like predominantly Dominican and stuff like that. So it was awesome to see all that diversity. But yeah, there was just nothing about being surrounded essentially, by a wall of NYPD that felt comfortable to me. And I know that a lot of that comes from the stories I've seen in the media and whatnot, but like being one of few people of color in this sea of white people, and then NYPD shows up, I was just like, it feels risky, and I knew nothing was going to happen, but it was just weird that thought process was there. I guess it's not really weird,
Lorna Hopgood
but
$20,000.
it's to be expected.
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
Oh, see, now that's a lie, right? Because we have the $20,000 check to show off for that.
You're lying, Mrs. Bishop. It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, detective?
See, so now I'm just like, I can show the check. I thought that I was going to have to prove that the payment was being made. We'll try it anyway. I'm probably going to mess this up.
Your husband looks
Oh,
like
okay.
he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
It's a great question.
Lorna works at a check cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
But it's written to Lorna Hopgood. This is...
Your husband was
This
at
is
a
gonna be
casting
weird.
yesterday with a young girl.
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Oh. See, that's too much blinking. All that face movement. Victims drugged. Letter from mother. Evidence of abuse. I think this might be a doubt situation. Okay, so this is kind of, yeah. So this is kind of a cheap way to go about it by checking and seeing, oh, 99.4% of players chose the correct answer. Like, that's obviously not a lie, because when you doubt, you just have to choose doubt. When you lie, you have to choose a piece of evidence, and sometimes people get it wrong. So we are going to go back and doubt.
Jessica remembered a mermaid. The mermaid on the front of the prop store. You better come clean with me.
This is a sick town, Detective. Are you sure you really want to know? The truth is, my husband likes them young.
And you know?
And you think that's okay?
I was 16 when I first met him. I thought he was a genius, a magician with film. I was 20 before I realized he was just a B-movie hack. But he's nothing compared to some of the monsters at these big studios. My guess is Ballard sacrificed her little friend. Happens to a lot of girls.
This is disgusting.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, Detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
So already we're starting to, again, we're getting the idea of the seedy underbelly of LA. That particularly when celebrity and money and fame gets into things, the corruption almost, it looks like it cannot be avoided. Do we need to use a phone?
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
It's
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
what you want.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
It's so weird to see street names that I know are streets in LA. And I mean, like, it's not going to be a big deal to people who live there or whatever. But part of the reason that I left LA, because I was living out in that area for a little bit after college. Part of the reason I left was because the culture out there felt so, what can I do for you? What can you do for me?
An aging movie star, a wannabe starlet, a movie producer's wife.
The drive to make it with so many people seemed to really change the...
Clearly none of them can act.
Boo! Well, actually, shots fired, Cole. The stories they've given us, none of them can act. Anyway, so I did think it was interesting to see where some of these things pan out to. I'm just really interested in getting to the point where we start to see some of this turn. Because obviously Cole is a fairly successful character right now. And that can't last forever. Alright, so we're
Bishop
heading
knows
to
more than she's letting on.
silver
Doesn't seem
screen
to realize
props.
how much trouble her husband is in.
How do you
The
not?
LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
Yeah. You think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment?
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a
Wow.
couple of oceans between him and the cat.
Average giddy broad. Like, man, these just the attitudes about women in here are not hot. Also, I don't remember how to turn on my siren.
Keep going straight.
No, I don't need directions. I need a siren. Maybe this isn't a cop car? Oh, there it goes. Alright. Let's go figure out who we need to shoot and kill now. How do you folks feel about the black and white compared to the color? Do you like the, do you prefer having the full color, or do you think the black and white is more palatable? So far, I miss the color, but I feel like if the game had been done in black and white originally, I wouldn't have missed it. Could use more black. Not a joke. Not a whole lot of that. I would love to see a game that is in this style, but does highlight some of the people of color and like them going through their experiences and life in general. Like, I would like to see, I'm still really about the idea of finding a game that is like a role-playing game, something that would, well,
Gone sour. 3 guns locked themselves in with 2 hostages.
So
I tried to go on to the front, but the place is a fortress. I nearly got a mouthful of lead from my trouble.
All right. See if I can get it to the back.
All right, I'll stay here.
Great.
Keep 'em busy.
Hey, Academical, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Also, late happy birthday, and I hope your streams have been going well. I haven't been able to jump into a lot of them lately, but all right, here we go. Where are you going, bro? Okay, I'll just follow you then. I'm trying to take cover. Or I could kick a door in. That's fine too. There's a button that I press so that I can hide near something. And I am apparently not making that work. We're going to jump out to the menu. Controls. Been doing a lot of story machine design. That's good. I definitely want to see how that is coming. Interact, talk block, enter exit cover with control. Okay. I found a 3D printer. Huh. I know a lot of people who are interested in 3D printing, and I've thought about, but I just have no idea what I would actually.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Oh, you're gonna get shot, Cole. There you go. I have no idea what I would actually print if I had a 3D printer.
Stay down.
I lost my hat, folks.
Quick, up the stairs. Get after him.
Oh, okay. Where's the dude gonna go? He ran upstairs, like. We're like, quick, after him, like. Oh, he took a hostage.
Put the weapon down now.
Here we go again. Whoops. What? What? Print a Batman bobblehead. That would be cool. I don't feel like that hit the hostage. Oh, you're gonna make me redo the whole freaking thing. Alright, whatever. Oh god. Just black and white curved bullets, right? I'm saying. Hey, what's up, Penguin? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Shots fired. Wow.
3 guns locked themselves in with 2 hostages. I tried to go on.
Y'all are too lit. Assume.
I nearly got a mouthful of lead from my throat.
Does black and white curved bullets?
Get it through the back.
Nah, just white. Just white.
Let's go.
Yeah, I hate that I keep saying shots fired and I'm like, oh, wait a second, but there are guns involved. This now sounds really corny. Let's see. Alright. Let's go. Let's do this all over again. That's not how you go upstairs, Cole. We're just gonna kick all the doors.
Surrender now, or I will use deadly force.
Wow. Come on. Oh.
Quick, up the
Okay.
stairs. Get after
There we
it.
go. Get out of cover, bro. There we go. Boom, headshot, and I crashed early last stream, so I'm all rested up. Alright, well, I'm glad you'll be able to stick around for a little bit. This one's going to run a little... It's an abbreviated one. We're only going until 9 o'clock, but...
Now.
Well, midnight your time. Alright. There we go. Like, how many bodies does Cole catch over the course of a fully completed game? And why are we not getting to the point where we're
I've
investigating?
been involved in a shooting at 333 South Main Street. Globe Loan and Jewelry. It's code 4 now, but the suspect is down. I need an ambulance here. And notify my supervisor and the coroner.
Notify my supervisor? Does that happen? You know, the thing is, I believe that there are places where the job might be getting done properly. I just don't know any. I don't have any idea where they are. And how am I supposed to? These are not the pieces of the game that you want to feel are inauthentic or inaccurate, right? Like, there's a whole idea of willing suspension of disbelief whenever you're engaging in a piece of fiction. That inevitably there'll probably be like plot holes or things that are broken in physics or whatever that you have to be willing to say, well, I get it for the sake of the movie, I get it for the sake of the game. But the idea that, like, what I have to say, I get it for the sake of the game, is this police officer is being responsible. There may be some repercussions for the... I mean, we just aced 3 people, right? And, like, I don't know how else we're gonna do this jump. Oh, no! How did that happen? Like, we landed on top of the car and didn't crush it, and then we were like steps away. That was lit. That was cool. Somebody clip that. Like, that was, that was fantastic. I see, this is where my driving actually pays off. And this car still looks good. But yeah, I don't know. The idea that the willing suspension of disbelief has to come in, the system working somewhat kind of as it's intended. Now, this would be an interesting game mechanic because inherently you want to you go through, and completionists want to go through and complete the whole, all the side quests, right? But wouldn't it be interesting if the more side quests that you
We're investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ. I'm Marlon Hopper.
Oh, here we go.
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
That already is hella suspicious. Josh drives like an 8-year-old on stilts. Like, that's not fair. I mean, come on. That was a cool jump. We enjoyed that, right? Hey.
So, you coming?
Thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Oh, what's up, Backseat? Good to see you, Anna. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. As a note for any new folks who are in here, this case does deal with some pretty significant themes of sexual assault and rape. So that is trigger warning for any folks that are keeping out for it.
Try my patience, knucklehead.
And yeah, we did put it in. There's a black and white filter that you can put on the game, and for this case, we decided to go ahead and retro it. We may go ahead and bring it back, but we'll see. What? Looking at the mirror?
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
'Cause I said so.
Humor him.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
Great. Josh demonstrates proper police driving. Yeah.
Wow. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps.
Let's
I'll stay here and keep our pervert.
let's be fair though. With the indigenous this entire set. I mean, and we already saw the like shrunken head. Like, this is just gonna be a running theme through the whole. This case is just bad. This is a garbage case. Oh, really?
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people?
Yeah, this mission is one I feel like I could stand to skip on the next time. Getting flashbacks to the Now, I never played Resident Evil 5, and it's pretty much for that reason. Like, between the cover art and people telling me, like, actually, there's some pretty racist stuff in here. Mr. Green in the snuff room with the poison. Yeah, like, between all that, I was just like, you know what? I don't need to play that. I do want to play Re 7. I think going back to sort of the actual horror element is pretty cool. But, yeah. Oh, what's up, Erica? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yes, I think this stuff is poisonous. Yeah, like... Okay, so... Really? Like, you didn't even hide that thing? Oh, okay. Does this have a one-way mirror, too? Ugh. Gameplay. The island zombies literally chuck speed. Nah, I don't need it. Game over. Yep. Moving on. Moving on. In which code takes a shit? Yeah. So on another topic, there are some protesters up here who erected a First Nations dwelling on Parliamentary Hill to protest erasure of significant history. Really? That sounds really cool. Now, I have only heard, wait. The response, they were asked politely to take it down and did so once they got... Again, I feel like every week, when we stream, Is there... I feel like there should be a... How do we get back into this room? Is there a secret thing? But I feel like every week, Academical should come with a... This is what Canada is like, quote. Just sort of like... you know how for a while people were talking about putting like a sticker up or something that says this is not normal. The idea that we need something to remind us that the outside world is not. And given, I'm not going to pretend that I, think that Canada is all sunshine and smiles, but I think they probably got a couple things figured out on us. So was the one-way mirror for the actress's dressing room? No, it was for the casting couch. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna give it a second. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go in. This room's gonna be messed up, so... I don't think that bottle is anything. They're not doing so hot for Indigenous folks in Canada. Yeah, Penguin, I'm guessing you know a bit about what's going on in that direction, too. It doesn't seem like... It doesn't seem like they're perfect, but it seems like it's better than here. Also, thank you for adding me to the auto host backseat. I really appreciate that. I hope your viewers enjoy the Intelligame stuff. And we should go through RE7. You should bring it over and we'll do... We've talked about doing some horror games together, but that'll probably be on the...
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
Jungle Drums. And they're just like, is it Bishop Pictures? Or should just be titled Racist Pictures Incorporated? Door to a terrible room opens. Better check the bottle. Well, I needed some time to get ready. Jessica Hamilton.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test?
Either they got rid of it or it's still on the reel. Nothing. Come on.
I wonder if they saw this, how many budding starlets would still get on the bus to come to Hollywood.
Okay. So what did you ding for? Yep, and there's the other mirror. That's charming. No, I want you to check and see if there's any roll in the camera. Like, I'm not trying to look at the wall. Doesn't look like it. God. Yeah, I just don't... Whatever. Now that we have found our way in here, it's time to grill the hell out of this dude. Really? Question is not what the fuck is with your creepy film room? That's not a question.
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop is doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
Oh, that's not true. That's hella not true. So let's see. Bishop's whereabouts. If we go down here. Suspect Mark Bishop last reported to be on set. We're gonna 23%. Okay, so this is a lie. The question is, what do we use to prove it? And if we check our notebook, what here could prove, other than Bishop's whereabouts? I mean, because I could say, oh, well, she said that Mrs. Bishop said that he was here, but that doesn't mean that he actually was. Or that's what he would say. Film reel for Jungle Drums, producer Mark Bishop. He was lying about pre-production. Well, so here we go. I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production, though. Haven't seen him around here in a while. So I think I need to prove that he has been around.
You could hump a few props or sweep the floors if you got nothing better to do.
Film reel. Mark Bishop. Empty film canister marked Mark Bishop and Jessica Hamilton. Jessica Hamilton was there last night. That's a good call. Okay. I'm down with that. Anybody else have an idea?
I know you're lying, Hopgood. Bishop was here, and you know exactly what he was doing and what he left lying around afterwards.
You come in here without a warrant, and now you start throwing your weight around?
Yeah, that's a good call. If anybody else has an idea, otherwise I think we're going to go with the empty film canister. Because Jessica Hamilton has not been here that long. And since we know that she was abused and that happened recently. All right. Let's do this.
I have a drugged up 15-year-old
Good call, P. Flan.
chloral hydrate in your drinks cabinet. You give me something or I will break your fucking jaw, Hopgood.
Oh, there's our violence.
Bishop was here with June Ballard and the girl.
Though it feels a little more justified here than it does usually.
I'm not responsible for what goes on here.
Really? I'm not responsible for what goes on here? I just hang out in the back and film it?
McAfee's men are looking for
GFY.
Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
I missed the question. McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground? If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice would be to get him to leave town. Yeah, that looks pretty honest.
You're delivering props to Jungle Drums on 8th Street?
Bishop is using that old rundown record.
Right, trying to
set.
wash his hands of
That
it.
place is dangerous,
It's a mess.
but it might be a good spot to hide.
What's the deal with you and June Ballard?
Look, buddy, I make props.
Nah.
I hardly ever meet the talent unless it's something tailor-made for them, like a sword or something.
Nah. Yeah, I don't believe that. Yeah, so we already see some motion. We know this isn't true. 21. Okay, so this is another lie. The question is, what information do we have? What's the deal with you and June Ballard? I hardly ever meet the talent. So we need to show that June knows him. See, I would think the same evidence, but this is specific to Mark Bishop and Jessica Hamilton. So we can kind of... I think there's probably something that's a little closer. June Ballard. If you're filming, you met them. Yeah, but June's not on that film. That's Jessica. That's the 15-year-old. Prop store photograph. Movie set replica.
could hump a few props or sweep the floors if you got nothing better to do.
This is made out to Lorna Hopgood, and this dude's name is Marlon Hopgood. But that comes from I would just be surprised if they had us use the same piece of evidence twice, like as a gameplay mechanic. Letter from mother. We don't really have any evidence that's directly tied to June. It does seem like the closest thing we would have is the empty film canister, because like you said, she would have had to bring her here. It just seems strange that they would have us use the same piece of evidence twice. And there is that $20,000 check.
Sweep the floors if you got nothing better to do.
What's the deal with you and June Ballard? I'm having, let's see. We've already used the $20,000 check. So if the theory that we can't use the film canister twice holds, then we shouldn't be able to use the $20,000 check. The film reel doesn't help. Blackmail. Evidence of Mark Bishop paying to suppress personal scandals. Prop store photograph. Bishop and Hopgood pictured outside of Silver Screen Props.
You could hump a few props or sweep the floors if you got nothing better to do.
I wish I knew what hump a few props meant. Can somebody tell me that? Because I feel like I need to know what they're actually at and talking about. Let's see. The movie set replica. The movie set photograph. And those were both in the Hopgood house, or in the not the Hopgood house, the Hopgoods, Ballards, and what's this dude's name? Bring it up one more time. Yeah, Mark Bishop. Okay, so what's the deal with you and June Ballard? Look, buddy, I make props. I hardly ever meet the talent unless it's something tailor-made for them, like a sword or something. And that 21% tells me the odds of it being a doubt are pretty slim. So what could we show to prove either that he has met her or that he meets talent in situations where they don't have things that are custom made? The saddle? The saddle was custom made. But again, that ties to Bishop, not Ballard. Yeah, unfortunately, he meets them. They don't meet him. Let's... use the shrunken head prop?
You could hump a few props or sweep the floors if you got nothing better to do.
That was found in the accelerator of the crashed vehicle. Where else would they have gotten the head from? Where else would they have gotten the prop from? Maybe? I need a flowchart.
You and Ballard are blackmailing Bishop. That's why he cracked.
You got nothing on me. My hands are clean on this.
Oh. Okay. So that's... So apparently we're telling a lie about blackmail. I'll also assume he literally means hump props. They do have the hidden cameras. That's... I mean, Evidence of Mark Bishop paying to suppress personal scandals. That seems right. Right?
I'm about done with you and your accusations.
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
So,
Roy Earl, advice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlon?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer before an angry husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, Detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you.
Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.
common sense would have told me that if only 21% of people got that right, then whatever my first thought was would not have been right.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk.
It's freaking plausible deniability.
You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part. Happens every day. But Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business.
Huh.
You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
For real?
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen. Stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot
Freaking
less
goon
polite,
squad.
son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, asshole? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are.
Copy's been sitting on PS3. Yeah, double up on that film cam. Get out!
Oh, shit! Get us out of here!
Wow. I kind of don't know what I want to do here.
I'll try for the tires. Keep your foot down. They really don't want anybody getting the Bishop before they do.
There we go.
Gangs, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Alright, that's one of them. Hey, Hylian, welcome to the stream. Oh, you caught us right at a...
I need to be closer, Cole.
Yeah, dude, I can only do so much. I'm trying to stay on the right side of him. There we go. Take out the tire.
Need to lose those fools, Phelps.
Would you take out the tire? He's sitting right there. Thank you. There we go. Now we can leave. Wow, they are lighting this car up. GG no RM. You just got Sonny Corleone.
Let's see him chase
There
us
we go.
now. On to the movie set, Phelps. Let's roll.
Alright.
Christ. When they say working traffic is like watching paint dry.
We know how to piss people off.
Okay. This one we're going to check out.
Compared to gun down cops in broad daylight.
So that they have a possible mental
Seems like
case.
we're the only ones who want Bishop.
And I'm going to be really upset if we end up having to settle this one with a bullet.
Son of a bitch. I'm about done putting my life on the line to protect some child molester.
That's our job, unfortunately. They don't get to dole out the justice.
Hey folks, this is not how intersections work. Thank you. Sailor Moon is a whole lifestyle. I do like that. Is that your new emote, Hylian? I actually made that myself. Oh, that's awesome. Congrats. That's one of the benefits of being affiliated. I'm just gonna drive right past them. Hey, we just left you sitting there in the middle of the street. And
This is car 11.
okay. What?
You're the one who's been sending cosmic rays into my room. I'll show you. Yes, sir. You're not gonna control my thoughts anymore.
I like your emotes, Hylian.
Wouldn't you?
Real, for real. This is our. Ah, great. Here we go. Apprehend the unarmed, disturbed subject. Now, I will say that, like, this being our first perception of, like, mental illness is, like, dude running around in his underwear with a pot on his head, like, for real? I guess you can't get everything spot on. Don't go up the pipe. Come on. Why does did everybody just, like, go to, It's like, everybody just went to, like, freaking outdoor school? Because I feel like if I just were randomly confronted with one of those pipes, I don't think I'd be able to just climb it. I think that would take some work. But everybody in this town just seems to be like, ooh. Okay.
Farewell, cruel world.
Why was that even necessary? From a design perspective, what was the point? Somebody had to go through and design 40 side quests. And I understand that the concept of designing side quests for a game like this might be a little difficult. But why did that quest exist? What am I supposed to... Like, what do I learn? What do I... That was not good. That was a terrible side quest. Like, there's no actual story conveyed. The only... perhaps sometime later down the line we will see a... I don't know why I would go back to silver screen props. Perhaps somewhere down the line we'll get a reference to... I don't know. This game hates you, and you, and you, and you, and me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still pretty shocked by that one. I mean, no, I'm not going. We only got 40 minutes left. We're gonna finish this case. Especially after that last one. Like I was saying, I think it would be interesting to go through the side quests, but then particularly considering how many of these side quests end in the death of the suspect, like to then have a to essentially have like Cole's performance or mental stability evaluated based on the number of cases he's been involved in where people die. Like, I don't know.
Now. No.
And hey, Instant Joe, thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. All right, well, we're chasing somebody down. How can I still hear this dude? Okay. Well, then stop running. All right, so I guess this is Bishop. We've been looking for him. Now, I will say props to Cole's like physical fitness, because running up all these stairs, I'd be done. Shoot, I missed that notification. But thank you. Come on. Don't get kicked in the face. This classic suits must be loose to let you all just spring around. Yeah, these can't be very tight-fitting suits. Come on. Oh, this is bad. Really? Y'all need new contractors. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna guess that the first time I went through that, I died. Oh, bad. That's obviously not true.
Mark Bishop, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of June Ballard and the rape and attempted murder of Jessica Hamilton.
All right, I'll come quietly. Just don't kill me.
This isn't gonna go well.
McAfee's goons will too. Oh, we need to get out of here.
All right, but you stay close.
Really?
I'll save McAfee's boys the trouble.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Follow me. I know another way out of this place.
I needed not anger-inducing via story games, so I went for anger-inducing via frustration. Actually, so I haven't played Mario Galaxy 2, but I really enjoyed the original Mario Galaxy. Okay, so I'm guessing we're gonna have to knock off all of these folks on the way through. Okay.
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me?
Oh, I guess I could have. Oh my.
Kill them, for God's sake! I don't want to die.
Me either.
LAPD, you're making a big...
Wow, and they're like, shoot the barrels to destroy the wall. Okay, fine. That's what you want.
No way out of here. I thought you said you knew where you were going.
We have to jump for it.
Really? Why?
Kill a cop, and it's the electric chair. God, you're everywhere.
Oh, my friggin' unlimited ammo pistol. Oh, alright, well, never mind. Also, no, your ankles are broken. That's what I'm saying, like, when did LA Noire become friggin' Assassin's Creed? Fall into, is there a bale of hay we can jump into? Okay. Oh, wait, there's another dude apparently over here somewhere? Sheesh. When did, like, the whole town just decide to show up and start firing shots? And in the meantime, like, my partner Bukowski is, like, what, just sitting down in the car, just, like, checking his Twitter, 1940s Twitter? It sounds like I'm in trouble. How did you not rip your pants? Yeah, that's the real question amongst all of this. Not where did the 90 goons come from with essentially sniper rifles and stuff. But why are my pants not torn? Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay, yeah, that should have been a game over. Wow. It's like Carl from Family Matters in Die Hard. Yeah, there's no reason we should still be alive right now. What? Where? Where is there a ladder leading to the ground? I think that's Bukowski. Yeah, okay. Alright, so blue dot is over this way. So that's Bukowski. Dude is below us. Oh, is this it? Yeah, alright. My chest is riddled with bullets. No big. Yeah, what? The era where all protagonists are Wolverine. Just give it a minute and they'll be back. It's fine. Alright, let's do this. Also, you don't do that with no gloves.
Get him over here, I'll cover you. Come on, the cavalry's here.
Oh, this ain't gonna end the way we want it to, is it? Bro, you're just gonna... Wow. That's... Wow. Like, I feel like that was not the correct decision. There are 90 dudes with guns. Let's just run out there and see what happens.
Get him over here, I'll cover you. Come on, the cavalry's here.
Okay, so let's try this again. I can't play Mario Party without tearing my palm up. Yeah, no lie, right? I think dude's dead again. Oh, I shot dude and then shot his hat. Where is this guy? Freaking machine gun turret? Hey, buddy. GG. It would be hilarious if he had super jumping ability and was bulletproof and still got a splinter. I'd love to get poisoned by this rusty metal ladder. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way that you don't go... Oh, here we go again. What is this? Did they take some level design from Uncharted? Is that what happened? They're just like, nah, here's a cop game about investigation and like facial recognition and solving clues, but there's just not enough Nathan Drake in this game, so let's put in some ridiculous, unnecessary gunfights. Alright, well... Oh, those are cop cars. Alright. Alright. There's one left, apparently. Can we just, like, let him go? I don't know, but they're not driving away, I guess. Dude. It wasn't the bullets, no, it was splinters that killed the racists. See, again, look at this dude. Thrilled.
Piece of shit catches a fast ticket to Quentin for stats, rape, and attempted murder, so he gets to spend the next 15 years playing sissy instead of sticking it to little girls. That is justice. Capital J, Detective Phelps. Phelps such a reputation, I'm not going to be able to hold on to you any longer.
And this is when we find out.
Promoted. Go on, get your new assignment. Good working with you, son.
So we're no longer traffic. I agree with him, so why do I think this guy is a major tool? Like, it's because the even if you can be right on an individual situation, the overall situation that he is representing is a bunch of tool shit. It's a whole freaking tool shed.
Sorry, Cap. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, I'll bet you did. This is a traffic case. You need something?
I'm here to buy a drink for the 2 LAPD traffic cops who broke the back of Guy McAfee's private army. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Captain?
We don't like you.
Go right ahead.
We don't like you one bit.
I'm buying.
Yeah, and the partner sucks, but he just sees the hypocrisy of some issues. I do think that the partner at least gives us some doses of clarity, but it is still sucked into the same system.
You like jazz, Cole? The hopheads love it.
Sure, I guess.
Big bands and swing I can understand, but this bebop palaver? How are you supposed to dance to that?
Racist. I don't get jazz. I can do swing.
Phelps, Leroy. Be nice to them. You'll like this place. They treat you right.
You like a table, Roy?
What do you think we want to do? Stand at the bar like
I'll
chumps?
get a table ready for you.
Don't look so happy to see me, Alphonse. I might get the wrong impression. Cole, this is Alphonse. He's a French Negro from Africa. Can you beat that?
The Congo.
Pleasure to meet you, Alphonse.
Is Elsa singing tonight?
Yes, she is. She has the next set.
Come on, Cole. You can meet Elsa while they're fixing us a table. You'll like her. She's something else.
Maybe another night, Roy. She's pretty beat up about it.
Get your hands off me. Don't ever tell me what to do or what not to do, Alphonse. You got a nice club here. Don't spoil it.
If you will follow me, detectives.
Though, I mean, as much as I want to sympathize with the don't F with jazz, I feel like I've already seen more black people in this game than I've seen in La La Land. So.
We went through it all. Do you realize what he meant to me?
Of course I do.
You have no idea. You said it was construction work.
It was an industrial accident, Elsa. How can I be held responsible?
Elsa, are you going on?
Louis, for God's sake, he was my best friend. The only man who ever loved me without putting his hands on me.
Hi, Elsa. Here's someone I'd like you to meet. Cole Phelps, war hero and crime fighter extraordinaire.
And why would I want to meet another fascist from the LAPD?
Sorry about this, Cole. What an evening I'm having. First a Negro puts his hands on me, and then this.
What the
Who do you think
hell?
you're talking to, you German junkie whore? Don't you ever forget your place with me again. Do you hear me? Evening, Doc. How's business?
Sanguine. Louis, help me here. I'm gonna have to give her something before her performance.
Blow it off.
This is getting real messed up.
Fartsy types always get a little flighty. Meet Dr. Harlan Fontaine, doctor to the stars.
What?
Fix it to the mental wreckage of Hollywood. So what about that drink, boys?
So, analytically, we've now been provided with a police officer who... What? Did you just crash? Analytically, we've now been provided with an officer who actually does lay hands on people as opposed to the threats that Cole consistently delivers. If this is an idea, then that we are looking at a then example of future Cole. This is what happens when you follow these lines. It's pretty damn terrible. Why are you like this game? This is hard to deal with. Reaching the apartment earlier would have meant a chance to give McAfee's goons what for. I didn't need to do that. 6 months later. Yeah, now Cole gets to be the voice of reason. God help us all. Oh, this can't end well. Wow.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch.
Have we had a female character that is not a victim or witness or is otherwise not of any particular power? Or
Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing.
Yeah, that's true.
First case is the murder of a woman found last night bearing all the signs of the werewolf.
The girlfriend in the license plate case seemed to be fairly autonomous. Completing a desk unlocks the streets of LA to patrol the city, and so basically they must gate the number of street crimes that you can go through until you've cleared a particular desk. I wonder if the creators in this game hate everyone but cishet non-disabled white people. This is so. I am struggling to find in House of Cards. I stopped watching House of Cards because I felt like there wasn't anything to root for. I saw the ways that what's the main character's name? What's his name? Frank Underwood was acting, and I felt in the first couple seasons I was like, oh, this you two are too sharp. You mean people or man? So when I was watching House of Cards, I kept waiting for them to essentially come back to give the reinforcement for us to have some sort of understanding about how the character is flawed, why the character is flawed, for the game to essentially, or for the show essentially to say like, yeah, this is the problem, and these are the things that we don't respect as a society. And I just felt like instead it just made me feel dirtier. It just was like, no, you're still going to keep going and get away with it. You're still going to keep going and get away with it. You're still going to, oh wait, maybe nope, you're still going to keep going and get away with it. And I don't know if the show has now gotten to the point where some of that is starting to undo him, but I think that there's a natural conflict between following the story to potentially show some of that undoing and eventually wrapping up the series, which means that they wouldn't be able to make any more money off of that series' existence. LA Noire is a little more difficult to analyze from that perspective because though there's a potential for an LA Noire 2, obviously when you drop your original game, you figure if it's successful enough or whatever, then you'll try and sequel it. There's not going to be the leave these plot holes open for 6 seasons worth of BS. But I'm just still not getting the feeling that like what I'm doing or who I'm that we're playing as Cole. I don't feel like I've got the shape of the narrative yet. I don't feel like I see what the writers are getting to, and maybe I'm not supposed to, because it's a long game or whatever. But it's like we're not even getting started to that point. So it's frustrating because I want the signaling that like, yep, this is. And I guess we've got some of it, right? The idea that he is now more successful. He's been promoted, but the second that he starts hanging around with some of these folks who are higher up, he's in Homicide. He's not in Vice yet, but we know that the one representative from Vice that we have at the top of the chain is total garbage. So, whoops. Excuse me. Thank you.
happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Jr. So they're both clearing the decks.
Where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps.
Oh,
I
great.
didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
You any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Wow.
So many women this year.
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's gonna happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
Wow. I'm really just hallucinating to cope at this point. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and we will we'll go ahead and bring the color back on for this case. Whoa. It almost looks fake. Well, I mean, obviously it looks fake. It's a game, but like, it's weird how much stranger the colors look after playing a case in black and white. Alright, well, we can make a red on red. That's legal. We should probably look where we go before we make a red on red. That's too late. A joke doesn't work when he changes right after. No, that's not the button. Okay. Come on. Up the hill. By the way, folks, I found some butter cookies. Some they have words on them. Like this one says maybe.
A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
You're used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Butter cookies are delicious, but I do feel like we should ask questions and see what the cookies have to say. Wow. So can I admit I'm a little conflicted, fam? My first question is, does this game get that? Oh, no, it doesn't. Cookie says no. Oh. Wow. Hold on. Thanks, Cookie. Here's my conflict. I know this is a mature game. I know that we're a mature audience. But there's just... It just kind of feels like, why? You know? Should have gotten chocolate divination cookies. If they make... I don't know. They should... Oh, man. If they dip these in chocolate... I'm gonna get the, what do they call it? They make them in those bricks of chocolate, and you heat them up, and they like melt down, and then it's not fondue because it's like made to reharden. So you could melt a whole bunch of them down, and then dip these cookies in it, and it would be. Fam, you might have just hit the jackpot. Chocolate covered Destiny cookies. Oh, that sounds so good. Because, like, these cookies, they have, like, a little bit of salt to them, so they're pretty sweet, but they also have some salt. So, yeah, with the chocolate, that would be awesome. But, yeah, I feel kind of conflicted about, like, continuing forward and subjecting everybody to this, like, not just, like, ridiculous abject violence, but also just, like, some really garbage tropiness, right? I mean, like, we've had one kind of... Really? This is our random, hey, randomly wander around before you check the crime scene. And oh, just randomly find a knife there. No big deal. But yeah, it just feels
Patrolman, this your beat?
not great.
Sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Alright, so we're going to start this investigation and then call it a night because it is 10 minutes to 10. Just rush through the graphic part. Yeah, I guess we can do that. Try not to take our time with this stuff.
Looks like some kind of
It's like a puzzle. Really? Are you gonna have me actually solve the puzzle? Okay. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Nope, that's too much. Take it back. Wait, maybe? It just clicked, right? No. There we go. Oh, it's a lighter. That's cool. Yeah, I didn't think that it had lined up yet. It just clicked, and I couldn't figure out... It was clicking for individual segments instead of clicking for the whole. Nah. I don't need it. Bunch of cigarette butts. Don't need those. Let's check the mirror. Pretty apt metaphor for the U.S. Match up the U.S. and everything catches on fire.
Victim's bag? Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Cartel's classic Carmine. Yeah, that would be kind of... I mean, it's not like... I can understand the inconvenience of having to solve that before you light your cigarette or whatever, but I mean, it's not like you know how you can put that those locks on your phone so that it like makes you do complex math or something so you won't drunk text people? Like, that seems more useful. I don't feel like they would just be like, hey, we'll make you solve this puzzle so you can smoke this cigarette. Like, yeah. But that's an awful complicated lighter to have on a table. That must be a really fancy club. I heard the ding. Is it just garbage? Yes.
Not everything here is going to be...
Is that a cookie? That's a freaking cookie. That's half a cookie, fam. Let's ask. Is that half a cookie? That was compelling. And makes me more worried about the rest of the game. Game cookie tells no tales. So just gonna say this, but if you decided to add cookie fortune telling to the weekly stream schedule, I'd watch the hell out of that. I am surprised at how strong this cookie game has been.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
These, what kind of cookies are those? They're called butter cookies. And they were at Dollar Tree. And they were, as you can guess, a dollar. The pack was like this big. And, yeah, they're super delicious. They remind me of, man, I can't remember the name. I think they were like Vortman cookies or something. They used to come in these blue boxes, and it was like that. My dad would get them from Walgreens. All right, we're gonna dive in real fast. So,
Cause of death? Could be the head injuries. She has been badly stomped. The cuts. What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
all right, we're just gonna keep moving.
Anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Please let me go. Lil Dutch Maid, I think that's what they were called.
What about this wound on the finger?
Did you like lose a ring?
A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Brother-in-law, it was a Vortman cookie guy till he retired. Now see, but like I also remember Vortman cookies, like I can't remember if they're the ones that come in those metal tins that like somebody gets them for you for Christmas and they're there until the next Christmas, and there's those weird crystal sugar ones that are like way too hard to chew through.
Interesting.
All right, so I don't think there's anything left to learn from this. We've checked all the points of interest.
What's the writing on the victim?
BD,
Right.
Black Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent.
Right.
Either way, I'll run tests from the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
When we get to the Bomba, a man could die of thirst on a case like this.
Wow, really? You're starting to drink already? No, they're like the plastic trays of like butter cookies and wafers. Oh, did they do the wafers too that are like they have like the orange ones and the vanilla ones and the chocolate ones? Or the strawberry. It's blue tin ones that grandma would turn into sewing kits. Yeah, that's about right. I'm trying to remember what those are then. Alright, well, we did our initial screening. We are back in the car. We're going to have to continue this case another day because it's almost time to go. So, let's see. Well, we're making some progress. I fiended on strawberry. Orange was where it's at, dude. That orange cream or whatever, so good. All right, well, and this time we're actually going to do this is how it's supposed to end ending. So we're going to start by playing our exit music. because I'm gonna try and get my together for future streams. I'm glad you guys were sticking around for it. Thank you again. Thank you for showing up every week. You guys are awesome. I'm working on some stuff, trying to figure out if I'm gonna actually take on the Twitch affiliate role. And if I do, then you'll have the option to subscribe or to use bits or any of that kind of stuff. And we'll see how all of that plays out. But in the meantime, yes, take on P-Flan's advice. And if you enjoyed the stream, I'd love a follow. Also, like I said, keep an eye out on, let me drop the link here, anchor.fm/let'sintelligame. It'll basically, imagine that you have 10-15 minute Intelligame podcasts every day, along with some other cool content too. There's some really interesting stuff there, and I think Anchor in general is a good platform. Black Bat, I'm sorry that I'm sorry that you're gonna have nightmares. I apologize for providing that. And yeah, Penguin, I don't know how we ended up jumping into cookies the way that we did, but we did. So hopefully next week we'll make some progress. Or I'm sorry, not next week. We're doing a double stream week. I said that last week since we missed it. So I will announce, I will figure that out tonight and post whether we're going to stream tomorrow or Saturday or maybe Sunday. Hey, Erica, thank you for that follow. Definitely appreciate it. Thanks for swinging in, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. That was exciting. I love that sound. In the meantime, check us out on Anchor. New content will be going up on Intelligame.us real soon, and also going to be working on maybe some video content too, so keep an eye out for those. I'm going to go ahead and dig into my follow list to see if there's somebody that we can drop a host to. Let's see. I think, let's see. Yeah, get your business done and enjoy a relaxing weekend. Yeah, I'll try and chill out a bit, but I'll hopefully be able to do some casual casting. So keep an eye out for twitch.tv/wallstormer. I'll be doing some casual hanging out there. In the meantime, I think I'm going to drop a follow over to Sigma Rue. It's a friend of mine, Stephanie, who actually I met through Backseat Gaming Bros through Anna. So if you are looking for more stuff to watch today, you should jump on over to Stephanie's chat and give her a follow too. I'll drop you the link here. All right, folks, have a good one.